Hello, we're here and we are finally back after that little bit of a break. Yeah, the main reason for the break was I didn't really have actual full internet, obviously because I recently moved. So I didn't have full internet, so doing recording and uploading videos was a bit of a pain. That's why the last couple were very short, because I could do it via the phone, whereas obviously a full length video would have been a little bit harder. But right, so now that we're back, in a new year, so in 2022, if you watched my previous couple of last videos, you will now know that Pri and Willow are now technically a married couple, so there's a little bit of development there, as well as I have finally released A Tale of Two Cities, which was released earlier today, basically on the 6th of January, so bada bing bada boom, there you go, little time stamp for it, whatever you want to do. But right, so we are going to go through A Tale of Two Cities. Now, I may not look at every, I'm not going to read all the journals and this and that and the other, but we're going to have a look around, have a look at a few bits and pieces, bada bing bada boom bada bosh, the key kind of things. Alright. So there are a couple of things to note with this mod, in the ways of obviously some of the stuff that is stated in the description. So for example, there is a player living space in the Sunken City, which is basically the first city you went to, but obviously if you want to move people in there, you will obviously need the relocate NPC mod installed. There is also a forge in this mod that allows you to create unique weapons and armors that can only be created within that forge. So you can't create them in any forge around Skyrim. It's only the adamantine forge that is found inside the city of Tartarus. But in the ways if you want to improve the weapon and armors, you can do that in any grindstone or any workbench. It's only crafting them that has to be done at the adamantine forge. And one thing to note is that there is some unique items that a particular character in this mod has, which are very small items, but they are needed to create a specific weapon. Now those little gems, which are called soul shards in this, the soul shards, there is only one copy of them in the entire game, and that is what is in this mod. You can't buy them anywhere, you can't find them anywhere else, or other that. So those soul shards is basically, you don't get rid of them, because otherwise then you can't create this one specific weapon. Alright, so we're going to have a look inside the city, and as you can see we are around Lake Enchanter, but we'll just show you on the map where we are. So we are here. So Taonerama is basically the Sunken City, so it's the first city you're going to go to. And as you can see, it's on the south shore of Lake Enchanter. It's just west of the Guardian Stones. Alright. But there should be a map marker already on the map for you when you first install the mod. I don't think it's discovered straight away, so you will have to actually go and discover it, but you can at least see where you need to actually go. Alright then. And as you can see, here is basically the entrance. It's just a bit of an ancient drum room that sticks out. You go across, swim all the way there, or you just go up here, go around here, la 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 la. Then you get to here, and just under the water, as you can see, we have the lift down to the first city. So, let's go and have a look in what is known as Taonerama, or the Sunken City. Alright, and here we are inside Taonerama, or otherwise known as the Sunken City. Now, the Sunken City itself, if you do watch my channel, some of this will look very familiar to you because it did feature in a series of videos I did in ways of like trying to, sort of like kind of long-winded, basically like tutorials for the to do with like the creation kit and how to do certain things in the creation kit and this and that and the other. And at that point, I was building this city whilst doing that. But here we are, the first city. So you're gonna have
questions.
Some city guards who have their own unique armors and swords, which you can craft these.
Questions.
Yes, I have no questions. So the swords and the armors that you see the guards in Sunken City wearing, as well as the guards that you find in the Buried City or Tartarus wearing, can be created in the Adamantine Forge. Right, so we go down here. If you go over here, you come into here, and this is kind of effectively what would be a guard's quarters. Now, technically, you can actually use this a whole entire city. Got a thunderstorm in here, apparently. Anyway, but yeah, you can technically use the whole entire city as a living space, as it has been set up so it's technically player friendly for storage. So technically, everything is safe storage. But there it goes again. But there is a specific room for the player. Alright, we're down here, got another city guard. And coming to sort of like a more of a communal... What is that that keeps going off? Something keeps going off and I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but I can hear it. Sounds like a thunderstorm. Very unusual. Anyway. But there, yeah, so you got a bit of a communal area here. We go in here, you got a little bit of a kitchen. There's that sound again. Don't know what it is, but it's there. Then you got your oven, alchemy lab. Bada bing, bada boom. And a little bit of a little seating area. Junali. You got Junali here. And if you go in here, you have one andum. There is a serious thunderstorm going on somewhere. My god. But if you do come here, you will find one of the many followers that can be found within these cities. I am not going to bother trying to pronounce that, because screw that. But yeah, so this here is a follower. The easiest way to tell if the person is a follower compared to just someone who lives in the city is they will more than likely, they will basically have a unique kind of armor set on rather than the stuff you would normally find in the game. So that is the easiest way to tell if they're a follower, is that they will look more unique than general NPCs. So if you come out to these portal doors over here, each of these portal doors basically, will basically take you to, so there's like a little bit of a bedroom in relation to characters. Like here we got another person. Oh, I think I found out the source of the sound. It was her completely keep going in and out of there. Oh no, it's still here. There's still sound. Oh dear. So we're gonna say, I don't know. You know what? Let's go. Oh no, there she is. Right, let's go through this one. Ah. So yeah, if you go for the portal doors, you'll end up in like rooms like this. They're not, they're not big rooms. They're not massive rooms. Small little living quarters for some of the people. So you'll come across some people in these rooms, and and just general storage. So yeah, these ones aren't anything crazy, but you do get a chance to find some journals to do with the followers. So here we have Zidani's journal, for example. I'm not going to read it because some of these journals do get a bit long, but if you want to find out a bit of a backstory to the followers, you can find their journals within the city, and that does account for both cities, for the Sunken City and the Buried City. Now, We'll like to point out that the Sunken City, the very city we're in currently at the moment, though I was the one who built it, the concept for this city was thought of by Dragonblade Carlisle. As well as that, Dragonblade was the person who came up with the lore behind the city, the lore behind the followers that you find in the Sunken City, the general concept for design, and so anything that's in relation to the Sunken City or Taonerama was designed by and fought by Dragonblade Carlisle. And the Buried City or Tartarus was basically a concept that I basically came up with the lore for that one, the followers, the stories behind Tartarus, the design of Tartarus, this, that and the other. The only thing with Taonerama is that I just built it. Basically, I built it, but it was Dragonblade Carlisle who came up with the concept of the city and all the lore and everything else to do with this one specific city. So this was a joint sort of like collaboration project. So let's go back through here. And so if you go in the one that's in the center door, so it's here, you got a door on your left and right, another one on your left and your right, and you got the one that's straight ahead of you, bit at the end, the corridor. So if you go through this one will lead you to basically what is classed is basically effectively the player living space. And this is designed more for basically anyone who wants to move in to the city. So obviously you got your alchemy lab, then you got storage for ingredients, potions. So you got slightly more unique looking storages for that. As you can see, you can actually see potions and ingredients inside the bookshelves. I mean, you still have bookcases that you can still use. If you go over here, we do have a Arcane Enchanter, another lore book about the actual lost city itself, or basically Taonerama, so you got this book, but as you can see, it's kind of long, that's why I'm not going to read it. I'm going to let you lot read it in your own time, but you will come across some of these that are quite long. And obviously if you come in here, you got your weapon, you got a place to store your weapons, place to store some extra armors, soul gems, trinkets, or basically just like treasures and stuff like that. But boom, more bookcases and wardrobes. You got a couple of mannequins to display the armor that you really want to have on display. You got your nice fancy dining table with its own bloody throne, and your bed. Yeah, unfortunately it's a stone bed, but it's a bed, I suppose, at least at the end of the day, isn't it? So cool. Right, so let's carry on. Alright, so let's carry on. If we go this way. Now, the design-wise, also sort of heading up here. Design-wise, the intention for the design for this city was that it was meant to make it to look like that it was basically underwater. That's why you can see a load of fish swimming around the place. Is that it's meant to be underwater. That's why you'll also notice that basically everyone who's in this city is technically Argonian, rather than it being full of a mixed race of Regars, Nord, Bretons. They're all Argonian in this city. So it is supposed to be underwater, and technically, lore-wise, it is. But there is a reason why you're still able to like walk around and breathe, and everybody else is able to go around the place, which it does explain within the lore of the city. But right, so now we're in this room up here, and in this room,
you have questions.
We got somebody technically protecting a vault of some form. These people were supposed to be like a banking system, but unfortunately for PlayStation, you can't really create an actual bank system. So I had to obviously, fortunately, leave that kind of thing out because obviously, again, there's no way to actually create a banking system, or at least on PlayStation there isn't. But I wanted to keep a nod to that idea that Dragon Blade wanted to see if I was able to do, and I wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep a nod to it, so it looks like that this is some kind of like storage for something very important. Hence why you've got two guards technically standing outside it. So unfortunately, yeah, there is no banking system, but I thought I'll keep the nod to it there. And if we go over here, we got Salty Ninja. They're not a ninja, but they're salty. Very salty.
You have questions?
Now, salty, yeah, is technically a fence. So you can, you can sell stuff like any other normal generalized merchant. But also, Salty Ninja will also buy stolen goods from you.
Until next time.
So if you're part of the Thieves Guild or anything like that, you're covered by Salty Ninja. Then if we go over to this side over here, we have Spark Scale, who is obviously very magic based in the ways of what they buy and sell. And if we go over here somewhere, there we are. And over here we got Flat Fingers, which obviously Flat Fingers is obviously a blacksmith. Alright, so let's carry on. You got some fishes. There's the fishes, some more guards. Now if we go up here, and here we have a very unique room. Probably the room that's going to be most associated with this mod is this room here. Now there is obviously in the lore books for this city, it does explain what this is, kind of. Doesn't fully explain what it is, but it gives you a basic concept of what this is and what it does. Yeah. In reality, for game wise, it doesn't do anything because it's not meant here to actually do something specific. It's more of an aesthetic, but it does have a story behind it, which you can learn about in the many lore books. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a sisterhood here. So we've got Sings About the Rain, we got Walks in Sunlight, Dances Under the Moon. All of these names were created by Dragon Blade Carlisle, so got to give them credit for some of the names. Yeah. So magic room. Bum bum bum. Alright. So if we go down here, and if we go over here, you got a nice long library of stuff. And if we come to here, we've got this little statue here. A little statue with this little thing down here. In his vision we can live. Lovely. In his vision we can live. In his teachings we can thrive. In his footsteps we shall follow. His name we shall remember. His name we shall smile upon. Myrddin Wilt, our teacher, our guardian. There you go. So again, if you read the lore books, you'll find out who this Myrddin Wilt is. If you read the lore books. And then we come down here, and basically you'll need to go through here to basically start getting yourself to where you need to get to go to Tartarus. But right, so in the ways of the Sunken City, it's not so much there's not as much in the Sunken City as there is in the Berry City. I think, the Berry City probably does have a little bit more in it, in the ways of what you can do, and this, that, and the other. But again, you can still have a little mess around in here. You got the living space. You got more followers than the two that I've pointed out. Yeah, you have Sidani here, and you have the the impossible name just up there. But there are two more followers who will probably be in some of the other living rooms that you could go into. And then after that, you just got basically everyone else and all the other basic amenities that you actually really need. to actually use it as a very good living space. You know. Alright, so we are now going to go off to Tartarus. But first off, before we get to Tartarus, we need to catch a train. Alright, and here is our train. Now, I mean, yeah, you can't do, like, unfortunately this thing doesn't move, you know, you don't see it moving along the tracks or anything like that, unfortunately. Again, that's just mainly just due to limitations. But we get a steam engine. It's like choo-choo motherfucker. Yeah, they're basically just the scale, mate. You just look at the back of that here, and then you can see it says Open Tartarus. So, alright, so let's go and have a look at Tartarus, which hasn't been shown off all that much before.
Need something?
Alright, and instantly we got a face full of orc. But as you can see, this guy is a Tartarus city
What
guard.
now?
And you can see, complete different type of armor, different kind of style looking armor. It's very icy blue. Icy blue. I don't know what's happened to Zubri. He seems to have just vanished on me. He was with me earlier. I don't know. I'll find him. He's probably just off drowning or something, probably. I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. Alright, so here we are with Tartarus. So Tartarus is obviously the second city, which this Tartarus itself is the city that was made by me in the ways of the lore behind it, the lore you find with it, the lore of the followers, the names of everybody. This and the other was my part of the collaboration with Dark Bay Carlisle. So here we are. So we have another city guard. It's just going to follow a nice little path around the place. Alright, so let's carry on. Now, you got a whole bunch more followers in here. We got a lot of them in here, technically. But also, a few references to other modders as well. But you know, if you come up here, you know, we got Celestra. Hello, Celestra. You are not a modder, but you are called Celestra. Because you are a cat and you're called Celestra. Alright, so we're just going to have a little look around. But as you can see here, we got Lyra here. We got you. Just standing there like a pleb. I know, you should eventually move. Now, the city guards, or most of the city guards, do have their own sort of like AI walking path that they'll follow. So, like, for example, that guard there should technically come up here, walk around here, come down here, get to about here, stop for about like 30 seconds or something, go around here, get to here, stop for 30 seconds, and carry it back up and then. But I think it's just load order. Sometimes if you get the load order wrong, some of the AI of the city guards doesn't quite work because of load order. But what can I do? So what can I do with that? But anyway, enough about the technical stuff. Let's get back into the actual mod itself. Now, some people may remember a previous mod that I made called Kapunging Allah. Now, I've got two characters from Kapunging Allah who are reappearing in this mod. So we have Tori here, and somewhere there in the living quarters we have Tyler. Now in this mod, both Tori and Tyler have now become followers, so now you can actually you can get them to follow you if you would like.
Until next time.
But they also have a I suppose you can call it revamped version of the Emerald armor, which originally appeared in the Kapunging Allah mod. But with this one, you get a revamped version of the Emerald armor. So we're just going to go to the living quarters, and we're going to see if we can find Tyler, who is also wearing the revamped version of the emerald armor. Just got to find out where he is. He's normally up here somewhere.
Yes?
There he is, doing a bit of cooking. And there you go. As you can see, he's got a revamped version of the emerald armor as well. But he just seems to be here cooking. But as you can see, we do have just some generalized NPCs who live here. So we got Lizane there. We go over here. We got Duran. You got Duran there. Coming here, you got Turok and Sin. Anyway, you come over here. You got Turin, who's having a bit of a fun time now. Why are you being so dumb?
Keep your hands to yourself.
Shut up, Nirvana. Don't know. So, but yeah, she lives here. There you go. No, she's still moonwalking. Why are you walking? Oh my god. Yes, forwards. That's how you go forwards. That way. Dumbass woman. But so yeah, you got people
Yes?
that are in. You got Nirvana. And you got you got a bunch of other people as well. You come down here. You got another guard who's supposed to be following the path, but he's having a bit of a funny moment because of load order. But and you got some other covered living quarters here. But the main living quarter for up here, primarily, really, is this one, where we have Krishna the Khajiit, and
What can I
Raya.
do for you?
Which Raya here
It's a fine day with you around.
is another follower. So we got Raya,
I better get going.
who is also in a unique armor
Don't
which
even think about it.
can be created at the Adamantine Forge. But as you can see, we've got Krishna's journal, so that gives you a little bit of lore and backstory on Raya's character and what's going on in that situation there. All that kind of fun stuff. So if we go down here, and you can see on the bar side over there, we have a kind of a light map being projected. And as you can see, we got Io and we got Ursa. But also up here, we got a couple of books. So we got another lore book from Tartarus here. We got just Dwarfs Volume 1, Dwarfs Volume 3, and Hollow Map Location. Now, this here is the Hollow Map. So, you can look in the book here and it gives you a bit of concept of what the Hollow Map is all about, what it does, this and the other, what it's supposed to do, la 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 la. But, what the Hollow Map is,
Need
basically,
something?
as at the moment, if you look at the Hollow Map, you can see a bright sort of like dot there, and a bright dot there. Now, obviously, where those locations, we have Labyrinthian and
Speak.
Winterhold. So if you go to Labyrinthian and the area of Winterhold as well, you can search around those areas and you will find little hidden treasures. You don't get any direct clue to where they are. You get like a general rough direction to where they are. So it says in the book about Labyrinthian and sort of like going to Winterhold, have a look around Winterhold area, go to Labyrinthian, look around the Labyrinthian area, blah 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 blah, and you'll find some unique little treasures there. And the concept for this is basically that possibly in the future I may update this with doing some like little minor updates or just some little minor changes or whatever sort of thing, la 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 la. Mods get updated every now and then. And one thing that may get an update is that there will be a couple of new locations where you can go to find some hidden treasures, which will then also be added to the book, this Hollow Map book, just to give you a bit of guidance. So, you never know. At the moment there is 2, but you never know, in the future there might be 4, turn to 6, turn to 8. It's all that kind of thing. So there's potential for updates to be there and for stuff to be added in. But apart from that, the rest of the stuff up here is just obviously just more decorational, bookcases, and more bookcases, table, blah 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 blah. And nice fun decorational stuff.
Huh?
Now if we go up here, so we come up, if we come up here, so we've got 3 different directions. We got down that way, we got left, and we got right. We're not going to go down there just yet. I suppose you're actually able to hear. Yes. Get back and walking. Alright, so if we come down here, then we've got left and we've got right. If we go left, for example, we've got a little bit of a guards, sort of a guards room here. You've got Spider's memoirs. So a little bit of lore about the follower Spider, which you'll notice. You'll see him. You'll notice him here, because he's a big lad. Spider. He's a bit of a big lad. And then, normally you would find the a set of the guards armor on here and over here, but I've already taken them during testing and stuff like that, so but you will find them there. We got Hanslow, the handsome boy. No, unfortunately he doesn't do anything, but he's a handsome boy. And then if we go over here, look up here, and we got the Jolly Dwarf. And here is Spider. Oh, I'm actually also a very large person. Oh my god, I'm a lot bigger than I thought I was. Holy crap. Yeah, because the Spider's going to have himself a bit of a drink. Has he got vampire eyes?
Need something?
Oh no, they're just very bloodshot. He's probably just very, very drunk. But then we got Aldris Bator, who's obviously the owner. You got a bard, Naomi, which you can make requests with Naomi, so she's a full working bard. And then we have Spirit in the sapphire armor.
Get away from me.
How rude. And if you go around here, you can find a load of stuff here. So we got some apple juice. Nordmead. Drunken, Dwarma, Brandy. I don't even remember making that. I don't remember making. When did I make that? Okay, I must have made it at some bloody point. I don't remember making it. But I must have. God only knows. But if you look back here, you can find Artemis's journal. It gives you a bit of a backstory on him, as well as a adamantine silver sword, which you can take, or you can just make it. It's up to you.
What do you
But
need,
also,
friend?
so we got Drunken Dwarma Brandy, but we also have Death, Rattle and Wine.
Yes?
Up there.
Yes.
So let's have a quick little look at those then. So if you look at these, it would be in food. So you got Death, Rattle and Wine. Damages the target's health by 10 points. All targets in the area that fail to resist are paralysed for 20 seconds. Target is 100% weakened magic for 60 seconds. So basically, it's not a very good idea to drink it, but it's there if you fancy it. And then we've got Drunken Dwarma Brandy. Restores 25 points of stamina, drains the target magic for 50 points per second for 25 seconds, improved night vision for 25 seconds. That was a bit more positive.
Oh, did you need something?
Does have negative, but it's a bit more positive. But yeah, so you got a couple more followers in here. You can see Spider's wearing the Tartarus City Guard armor. But right, so if we go running up to here, we got left and we got right. So if we go left, say for example, you'll see we find the Copious Pocket. So the Copious Pocket is basically Tartarus's version of a general merchant. Sometimes they'll be behind here, sometimes they might be around somewhere else, or in the case of this dude, he's asleep. Why are you asleep, Baveri? Why are you asleep? Well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. We'll let Baveri sleep. But yes, Baveri other. should be pretty obvious who who that is a nod to. Alright, so, but yeah, so Bavaria is basically your general merchant, you know. So they'll buy all your general goods, this, that, and the other. I mean, you can't buy beds from them, for example. You can't buy a bed from them, or chairs from them, or sell them chairs and beds. They're just here, obviously, these are just here for decorational purposes only. But, you know, you'll be able to sell them any other stuff that a general merchant would sell and buy. Now, if we go on to the other side, we have the Wizard Satchel. Now, the Wizard Satchel is a duo shop. So the Wizard Satchel, it works as basically as a magic shop as well as an alchemical shop. That's why as you get a new piece of armor on display, which you can't take, but you can craft this armor. This armor here is craftable. You know, we got Beast of Ancient Myths Volume 1. Now this is related to those soul shards I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So you know, the Miraniadon, the Drutara, and the Estrala. Those soul shards, yeah, keep them because you're gonna need that for something unique that found within the mod. But you know, if you come here, you know, if you speak to Stefan.
Need something?
I can't remember which one are you. Which one are you again? Okay, so you're the magic guy. Stefan is the magic seller. So that means that the woman who was there. Oh, there she goes. So Fear up here.
Speak quickly.
Here is your alchemist. There you go. So you got Stefan, who is the mage, and Fear, who is the alchemist. Alright. And that's what you find at the Wizard Satchel. Alright, so we've got one last sort of area to look down, which is down here. It's down at the far end here. You will find sort of like the key part of Tartarus, which is the Adamantine Forge. Here we are. So this is the Adamantine Forge. Now, Rakas the Lost here is the blacksmith, so you can buy and sell.
What now?
Here, so you can buy and sell weapons and armor from him. Ask him about the stronghold, and he will also do the horse armor. Yes, I'm a little bit tired apparently. But yeah, he'll also do the horse armor as well.
Fight well.
And obviously as well down here, obviously you'll have your stuff like your smelter, the workbench, grindstone, cannon rack, even a place to do some wood chopping. But the main thing is obviously is the Adamantine Forge. Yeah. So I will say a lot of the new stuff will be in the glass category, but you do not need the glassmithing perk to access it. You can create these straight from the beginning. You don't need any perk or particular level in smithing. You just need the Adamantine Forge. So that, you know, so you can see there we've got the Adamantine Silver Sword. And if we go down, you can see here we got the Emerald Armor. Oh, I believe I've just found a bug. Oh dear. Okay, I will need to fix that. But unfortunately, I've gone a bit wrong here apparently. Because we're supposed to have boots and gauntlets as well, but I've kind of forgot to change them over, so I'll have to fix that. So expect an update soon for that. But for now, well, probably by the time the video comes out, this will already be updated and fixed. So, okay. You know, but if we carry on down, yeah. So we got Sapphire, yeah. So we got Sapphire armor, Sapphire boots, Sapphire gauntlets, and then you got Sunglass armor, Sunglass gauntlet, Sunglass boots, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, we got that. Now I do need to find the last one. There is one more somewhere. Here we are. Glory of the 10 Powers. So this is the weapon that you can make with the unique soul shards. As you can see at the bottom it says requires soul shard of the Miraniodon, soul shard of the Chitara, and soul shard of the Estrada, and a glass crate sword. So you will need those soul shards, and there is only one each of these soul shards in the game, which obviously is added in via the mod. Alright, so we can't create that yet. Alright. So, question is now, where do you get the soul shards from? So, there is, there's a little bit of backstory that comes across in this, and there is actually technically a little bit of a extension to the story. This is not just 2 cities that you can move into and live in, despite the fact that I do need to fix up the armor. But there is actually also a very, very tiny dungeon. It's so tiny, you may as well not call it really a dungeon. But if you read the books, you will find out about 2 characters, which don't appear in the cities. So where do you find these 2 characters? Well, if you come to here, and we'll find open a steam engine tunnel. So let's go through the tunnel. Alright, and here we are. This is the steam engine tunnel. Now if you're to leave again, you can just go open up there. Now yeah, you can see that there is another gate up there, but you can't really, well, you can get to it, but there's no point of going to it because it's not a load door, it's a static door, it's just there for decoration. But as you can see, we have a bit of something a bit odd going on here. So, to sealed prison. So you just gotta run towards that and you're gonna end up in the sealed prison, basically. Alright, and here we are in the sealed prison. Ancient Dwarma ruin that's completely broken to pieces. Actually, yeah, we do have some enemies still in here. Take that. Take them. Oh. Hey, see over there. Oh, we got a bit of a fiery demon. Problem is we can't get to him because he's locked behind that gate. The fiery demon. And then, but we'll go to the left because I was obviously sure there was a left-hand side as well. Let's take some of that. If we go to the left, there is also someone trapped up over there. So we're going to want to open those up. So first off, we need to kill him. Alright, now sit down. I'll just take your stuff. So obviously, as you can see, yeah, you got 2 levers, one on the left, one on the right. Each lever corresponds to the opening up either the left or the right hand side. So we're going to pull on this one. I'm going to open up basically, effectively all it is, this cell. And then take out this person. There you go. Alright. There we have someone called Queen Azimuth. She's become very twitchy. But as you can see, we've got some couple of things here. Now we do have Azimuth Robes. Now as you can see, they look a little bit differently than they do as what she's wearing. So Azimuth Robes is more designed for a female character rather than the male character, because they are based off Nocturnal's robes. But we're going to take them, and we got Storm Fury. So we'll just take Storm Fury. No, it's a unique looking staff. And yeah, she does have a journal, another journal with some more backstory about herself and a fiery beast on the other side. And again, it's quite a long journal, so you know, expect a bit of a read. All right, just need to go down here. Now we're just gonna go over here. I'm just gonna go and open this. And boom. There we go. And then we got this dude to deal with. We got the Demon Prince of her colour. As you can see, the Demon Prince is much tougher than Queen Yasna. Alright, so we got him now. But yeah, so the Demon Prince is a much tougher fight than Queen Yasna. But as you can see, everything's on fire apparently. Alright, so we got the Demon Prince. Now you are definitely want to search the Demon Prince, as it is the Demon Prince who has these soul shards. So we got soul shard of the Jutara, soul shard of the Estrala, and soul shards of the Miraniodon. There we go. And he just got some random boot. Right. Then we got that. Let's have a look at Yasmuth's robes. You know, so you know, if we go down, blah blah blah, blah, and then boom, and there we go. Some fancy robes. Yeah, lovely and fancy. All right. So now unfortunately, I don't have a glass greatsword, unfortunately. So unfortunately, I can't go and craft the Glory of 10 Powers. I don't have a glass greatsword. But that is effectively it. You know, in the ways of like story-wise and stuff like that, this isn't very long. This is a very short one. And it's a very short mod. But it was never designed to be excessively long anyway. It's just more of a sort of a new living area. It's just got a few bits and pieces about it. I do need to fix the emerald armor, but again, probably by the time this video is on YouTube, that probably would have been fixed. Because it's a very quick fix. So, bosh. But yeah, so that is going to be basically it for this one. You know, I haven't gone into it with great detail because again, it's like a lot of the lore books and journals and stuff like that. They're quite long, and I don't want to spend ages and ages reading through on this. I want at least some stuff for you lot to find out for yourself, or look up for yourself, or read up yourself, and this and that and the other, and just to generally explore the two cities a little bit, and look around a little bit, this, that, and the other, la 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 la, blah 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 blah, kind of thing, you know. But this is the basic showing of what you can expect to find in Tale of Two Cities, and this and that, and rah 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 rah. But right. So that's going to be it for this video. Now that we're back, and I'm back. I've got internet properly set up again now. I could get back into a bit more of a kind of scheduled release for videos. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. We'll also be leaving a link in the description below to my Discord, where you can find out about what kind of mods I'm working on, just ask general questions about modding, this and the other, la 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 la, as well as obviously you can suggest mods for me to look at in future videos. But right, so that's it for this video. So it's time for me to get out of it. So until next time, I'll see you all later.